Road to Rio is a long and difficult one, but Movistar riders took their first step previously when they beat Mouse Sports. They're looking to take their second step here today with a win over c0ntact. And Dean, based on the maps that are left, you're thinking it's looking pretty likely?
Yeah, I believe so. I think c0ntact definitely needed that nuke victory and then to pick up Mirage here in order to get themselves a 2-0. I think Train is going to be a real struggle, so at this point I'm not too sure about the chances in the series, but maybe here on Mirage they can come back. Perhaps if it's a convincing one, then I can start believing that they could do something for us on Train. At least here in the pistol, though, they've actually got out towards A. Easter just hiding in the back corner. Overall, they're playing the retake setup, and Easter, yeah, just creeps out, stops the bomb plant. It will at least delay that going down, but overall, c0ntact still actually managing to trade in their own favor, getting themselves that one-man advantage.
They got another
flank,
flank
though, from Mopos, yeah.
This is crazy. Mopos about to deny the bomb again. Bam. Oh no, c0ntact cannot get the bomb planted to save their lives right now. Alex is coming in from CT. Not exactly the most comfortable fight for him. They might try this bomb plant a third time here. Esperanto, is he going to be safe or is he going to be dead? Well, Letney keeps him safe, but the bomb's still not planted as the fights continue. And Esperanto fakes it out again, the Glock in hand as he tries to take this fight. This is so awkward, and finally Steel gets away with another frag. It's back to the 1v1. Ships comes away with it. 2 quick headshots on the Glock, and even though c0ntact couldn't get the bomb planted, they just won the round by elimination.
What a weird one. Yeah, fantastic shots by Ships to be able to win out that 1 versus 2, because it was not looking for good for his team otherwise. As you said, the first player there in the back corner stopping the bomb plant, then the flank on Mopo has been able to stop it as well. They kept the pressure on so that Esperanto couldn't get it down. And it did look like Movistar riders had pulled it back there in the end until Ships was able to recover the situation. And now we see obviously the first play here from Movistar riders not being too strong, so this is a real good opportunity for c0ntact to get something going here early on their T side. If they can win out this one, they'll be up against an Eco in the next. They'll have a chance to go up 3-0 early on. And I think that would be a big motivational boost really beginning off here after dropping that first map, with it of course being such a close one. Oh, okay. c0ntact just surprisingly contacting out A. I mean, this is an interesting approach when you know you're up against pistols.
Pretty decent for them though. They've mollied the man on the site. Lowell burns alive, and Esperanto alongside Otto, both with MAC-10s get entry kills, and there we go. c0ntact very much just scrimming onto this A bomb site, but this time they do get the bomb planted because it's only Steel left alive on the CT side. A very scrimmy start to this game for c0ntact though, not even using the nades there like you were saying, but it's looking like that style might work because they're landing their shots here, which is absolutely what we needed to see in these early rounds.
And unfortunately, I don't think the remaining player there from Movistar Riders is going to be able to even steal any kills away. Just chilling in the spawn there. It would have been nice to add a little bit of money to the bank off that UMP, maybe upgrade to a rifle if possible, but at this point, realizing now that he finally can at least move back a little bit, try and get the safety, save that over into this next round, where it will be probably all they really have to work with. Other than that, I am expecting a full eco now to come in from Movistar. So good work by c0ntact, taking a completely clean round, as I said, living up to their name, I suppose, playing that c0ntact approach out A, not using any utility until they were able to actually find one player, having already spotted them on the bomb site, use their Molotov well then to flush him out, and with that then getting themselves control of the bomb site. Zeus being bought up from Opos. I think that's it in terms of investment. Lowell as well, actually.
There we go. We saw the Zeus bought previously. Didn't do anything, but maybe here it will have a better chance. Steel is going to be solo holding the B site with that saved gun, while his teammates stack A with the default pistols. I said default pistols this time, Dean, because I know there's a P2000 in there that I can't forget about.
This time it doesn't matter. He has the Zeus in the hands.
True. I think definitely a good sign at the start of this game, though, that c0ntact have got their individuals rolling early. I think that's really what they need here on Mirage to have a good chance to win this map, because Movistar probably have the edge in team play overall, just based on the fact that this roster has been together for a bit longer in general than this c0ntact team, who were recently playing with Rallen. Now they've got Letney in this lineup for the major qualifier. Steel here, probably not going to get action on the B site, as right now it's the Zeus of Lowell who's looking for a fight, but c0ntact are cleverly not giving him it.
Yeah, just the 4 players at the moment from Movistar just chilling around this A bomb site. Unfortunately, not really peeking off of each other. Instead, you see the fight's pretty easily being kind of isolated there by Contact as they move forward. Eventually one being pulled back by Steel, and there's still a chance maybe for them to do a bit more damage, I was going to say, just because as you can see, a lot of the players, or at least I think it was like 2 of them are tagged up. Lightning got dinked down there in the end as he was taking that final fight. Unfortunately, Movistar Riders with just the 1 kill. Obviously, it does help out Steel a decent amount. He comes in now full nades behind his rifle. They're going to be coming out with the op as well onto Easter, so this is a really strong investment for them now in the opening gun round. But they need to pick this up and get off to a decent starter on their CT side. Otherwise, we'll be looking at Contact going up potentially 5-0 here in the beginning if they do obviously get that first gun round.
A celebratory Zeus fired off at the start of round number 4 by Contact. They saved those Zeuses from their opponents. Probably won't use them though in this gun round, like you were saying. Full buy for both teams. Eastor's AWP is currently playing in Connector. Always a good position to get some early action. And there are Contact players currently at top mid. So we'll have to keep an eye on his AWP. He might be able to get a shot off early. Right now, though, it's Otto who's out at top mid with the MAC-10. So I doubt he'll be doing too much in terms of the long-range fights. But a defensive smoke deployed by Movistar Riders as Contact continue to take that mid control.
Yeah, and taking their time with it. Not in too much of a rush, apart from having actually boosted 1 player in the window. Okay, Esperanto, they have no idea. No one at all being cautious of that position because of the fact that Steel was playing up close in the smoke. Did he still not know what had happened? Did they in general just not know how they died right there? Pulling 1 back at least from the window, but going down that, in general, that jungle push right there, holding off the rotation for long enough for them to set themselves up to push on towards the bomb site as well. And suddenly it's all on Mopos. This round's over. He's on short. He's already half health. He doesn't have much to work with to even attempt a retake, so the save has to be called for. 4-0 for Contact. They're looking a lot better here, actually, to kick off Mirage than they did back towards some points of nuke. I mean, overall, their nuke was pretty strong as well. But
yeah,
they weren't this convincing in any of the rounds, really.
That's definitely the way it's, I think, worth describing, especially at the early portion of this game, because nuke was, like you're saying, pretty close rounds throughout, and Movistar Riders had to work really hard to win that map, but here Contact have been taking pretty convincing rounds to start Mirage. I would have loved to see how Esperanto got in that position, though. It's a shame we didn't get it from his POV. I assume he must have snuck through a smoke, like you were saying, to get behind them, because Steel was in window. All a bit confusing, but Contact are the ones who get away with it. They make the most of it. Esperanto, the MVP of the round. And now it is Movistar Riders who, again, have a decision to make in terms of how much they want to buy here. Probably just going to be pistols alongside the saved rifle. And that already looks like the call that they will make. Deegs on most players. Damn, he's still really saving for that AWP. Still 3k in the bank.
I want to ensure that he has everything behind it, I suppose. Just the P250 here for him. Can definitely still cause a little bit of damage. The main focus, obviously, of this investment being those Deagles alongside the M4 that was carried over. And Mopos actually has found himself a kill there with that Palace aggression. Didn't catch it myself, but Letney, he did catch a bullet. So that's the only thing that matters here. Movistar Riders an opening advantage that they could really do it as well, considering, as we pointed out, they have the much weaker investment overall. The issue is, having taken that gamble to stack up A, they will lose B now because that split is coming towards it. They'll get into kitchen in time, but I don't know how much they're going to be able to do about the actual push. Unless they want to just go straight forward like this and try not to let them actually get set up nor comfortable. But Ship says nah.
Yeah, Ship's worked around that smoke, and with Otto holding down the line onto short, Movistar Riders might have to have some second thoughts about this retake attempt now. Eastor's got an AK in hand, so he could very well just decide to save that. And then the other players from Movistar are hanging around. There is about to be some aggression from Ships into kitchen. He doesn't need to do this, but he gets a dig into his hands. There is another player close by, and Alex gets away with a second frag. So a second AK recovered for the CT side. Eastor's also hanging around to cover off the other side here, so these exits might not be clean from contact. They've got a ton of money in the bank anyway, and I don't know if Eastor's going to be too hungry, but he's about to maybe get a fight on his hands here. Eastor rounds the corner just as they go back into cover. So no fights at the end of the round. Contact are going to continue to bolster their bank, but Movistar Riders will do the same, getting away with a couple of AKs.
Yeah, not a bad recovery considering what they went into the round with, but obviously now coming onto their bye, this is where they need to pick up the pace a little bit. Ideally, I mean, they don't want to be dropping more than another single round here on the CT side. 6 rounds on the T side already would be a somewhat decent half for Contact that they'd be looking to add to it. Obviously, they wouldn't want to end it at that point, but it's already a decent foundation to build off of. As Contact, again, looking like they will favor towards that mid control, but a little bit more passive than previously, taking their time with it, expecting that aggression to potentially come in from Movistar, which it is somewhat, but they're not deciding to actually take it towards the top of mid, instead working with that little one-way smoke there towards the underpass, and also have an Easter posted up with the op, so yeah, this is dangerous. Opening kill being found. Ships was immediately ready though on the angle again to try and return the favor, as it is brought to the 4v4, but as I said, with the second player that was also aggressive around under, that's immediately being followed up on. So they do have this info.
Mopos mollied out of the B apps. Good kill from Ships. In the meantime, though, Alex gets one in reply, and Steele's got his teammates back. A second kill, and the bomb dropped at top mid. And Lowell's got the perfect angle to deal with Ships, who was trying to push out of the B apartments while they were focused on mid. He doesn't get the timing right, though. And now Letney on the A side of the map wishes he had the bomb, but he doesn't. So he's got to work for these frags to get it back. Alex, quick kill on the AK on the CT side. Movistar Riders with an early round win here. Finally getting one on the board and also saving over 3 guns, which will be nice for their money.
Definitely. You see it boosts up a little bit in terms of the nades that are available without them having to actually spend everything that they have in the reserve. Obviously, still not having much money left over. Living with 3 is never ideal because you still have to drop 2 players' weapons most of the time. So it does take out most of that money that you have in terms of actually reinvesting. But it's an opportunity. Movistar Riders, if they can chain together a couple of rounds, start getting something going, it's definitely still a game that they can make happen. And there you have it. Again, the confidence there from Alex as he goes in towards Palace. Picks up the opening frag and immediately Contact beginning to less so focus towards that A bomb site. They were clearly setting up for an A split, which is trying to get that one player up in towards connector, but now Ships has been tagged down low. He's been forced back out of that position. And we've seen most of those players who were initially at ramp actually wrap back around to the top of mid.
Esperanto is also hoping to get the timing right on the ramp push after Ships was spotted in connector. Doesn't happen though for Contact, so no kills coming back for them. They just have to take the 4v5 that they start this round with. Split looking likely onto the B bomb site. eStore is here with the AWP though. Quick kill onto the first man, but Otto is right behind his teammate for the trade, and that should prompt a rotate here. Steele is going to need to help his teammate because Mopos is currently alone anchoring this B bomb site. He's biding his time and he gets one quick kill. Playing from the back of the bomb site, he hears the second man, and Ships unable to convert, but he gets the man behind Mopos. Now Mopos needs to be careful because the Molotov has landed at his feet. Oh, Mopos has actually got back to safety though, so he's staying alive here. He's buying time for the rotate beautifully right now, and Movistar are arriving in numbers. The rotate beginning to come into play. Mopos is still alive on this bomb site, and he comes away with another kill. Otto now has got to close the distance. Tech 9 in his hand, eventually takes Mopos out of the round, but the other 2 CTs are in position. Almost landing the shot there is Alex, but Otto is about to get the bomb down. No, he's not. Lowell's on the flank the entire time. Mopos just stayed alive for such a long time there on the B site that Contact couldn't deal with him.
Yeah, that was just ridiculous. I mean, you couldn't really have the player. I think it was Ships who was over towards Van. He was already so low, so he wasn't really able to challenge them on his own. Was waiting for Otto to come in through short, but eventually the time was getting so low. As you said, they knew at that point Movistar Riders had already rotated over, so they needed to get a move on, and Mopos just got himself another frag, pretty much sealing the round. 2-5, another round on the board for Movistar, giving themselves 2 now in a row to begin to put a little bit of a stop to that momentum that Contact did have early on, but they're spending now the last of that money, so they've got another attempt. They do want to try and again continue on building up this T-side lead, and this is the round where they need to do it. Otherwise, we'll probably see Movistar Riders actually start bringing it back to potentially even a tied scoreline. I'm a little bit worried there because, yeah, Ships had somehow got up short. It was definitely called over because they'd been exchanging a few bullets, and with that, Alex able to focus more so towards that position with the op, but then trying to play around the smoke. He is spotted. Emmy pulls back one, the op above that smoke as well in towards Kitchen, going to be able to trade out another, and Otto just isn't going to stop. Takes out everyone around that B bomb site, leaving the closest man as Lowell, who's coming through the kitchen, and I think that Molotov there actually forced them forward.
Great round for Contact here on the B bomb site. Otto, especially with that second shot, just posting up on that position, spotting the player that was jiggle peeking, did great work to get them onto that B site. And then, like you were saying, I think the man forced out of Kitchen, or at least ended up pushing out of Kitchen for whatever reason. Easy fight for Contact to take. And they're up to a 6-2 lead. Looking very, very good here on Mirage. Much better than we were expecting, I think, coming into this map. We were expecting, I think, another close one. And sure, it's still early, but so far, c0ntact are pulling out all the stops here on their map pick as they secure that 6-2 lead we were talking about. Steel carries over 1M4. That might be enough to just about allow the buy across the board. Some of the players can afford rifles. Most of them can at least buy the guns if they want to. It's really the nades that would be missing for Movistar Riders, but they've got to decide if they're willing to make that call, and to do so, they will take a tactical pause.
Not surprisingly, they need to have a discussion here to decide what exactly they're going to do, which is most likely that eco, especially as you see just the pistol being not bought up from Opos. They can get a pretty strong investment out in this following round, but obviously it most likely means that they're conceding the 7th round over to c0ntact already. So this is already becoming quite a strong T side for them. Movistar Riders, you can count them completely out of this round, especially as they have had a bit of a discussion, so they might have something up their sleeves, potentially perhaps some aggression to come in. I'd like to see them definitely take some sort of a risk. Surprisingly, Mopos buys himself up a Zeus right there after buying up the Deagle as well. I guess you want to have a long range and a close range option.
I guess that's one way of seeing it. The Deag's actually not too bad at close range when you just spam away, but obviously if you're touching him, the Zeus is good. Oh dear, that was a team flash, I think, but spot the man on the left-hand side. Lightly with another kill. Loads of mollies onto the bomb site, but not into Alex's position. He comes away with 2 kills on the Deag. Not going to be enough, though, with his teammates all falling earlier. It's only Mopos left, and the man with either the Deag or the Zeus, depending on what he wants to use, hasn't got too many chances here. If he hangs around at ramp, there's maybe a chance he can get a gun, depending on what c0ntact do.
That's what I was going to say. Considering what he has, it's not like he needs to survive here. Probably just keep the Deagle in his hand, see if he can, as you said, maybe steal one of those weapons away just to carry it over. It will be a little bit of a help. They get 2,900 in this next round, so could potentially allow for a rifle to be given to someone else and perhaps boost up the nades that they have available. He's actually going to try and pounce in now and see what he can spot. There's an AK right there, so yeah, he's just going to wait for the bomb to explode, move back in and take that for himself. Where did it go exactly? Yeah, even closer. Perfect.
Yeah, Otto just made sure to get the AWP back at the very least prior to that, so it's an AK saved, but it's nice to have heading into round 10, and we could see the double AWP setup back in the hands of the Movistar Riders. That's what they went for previously. This time, though, just the 1 AWP in the hands of Eastor, who's been unable to have as much impact as he did over on Nuke. A lot of times, I feel like he's not been in the positions, though, where he can really land those shots that he would look to take, unfortunately. Mid aggression in this round for Movistar Riders, though. This is going to be a straight-up battle at mid. Mopos spots the first man. Lowell steals the kill away, but someone's gone past them. It's Otto in behind, and he gets the second kill with the P250. Great work from Otto to get both those kills, and he makes it a third. Huge round from Otto, shutting down the mid aggression from Movistar Riders, and c0ntact again using their individual skill to come out on top.
Alex is like, nah, man, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna go back over towards B. Just, if you come here, all right, then maybe I have a chance to hold it down. If not, then I don't think there's a lot I can do. Although he is trying to move in. I mean, if he gets this trade on Otto, who's already low, then it's a 1-on-2. Suddenly it becomes a fairly winnable position. But he also has to worry about immediately that peak being able to come in from connector. So this is dangerous. I mean, he's sneaking in right now on the ladder, actually gets legged up. Manages to hit the shots that are needed to at least get the kill, but now he's barely hanging on to life, and considering there's an op beside him... Oh, is it fell through the scaffolding? Is it gone? I was gonna say you should consider saving that. Oh, faking the drop. Doesn't quite work, unfortunately. If he wasn't inaccurate there from actually dropping off the window frame, he might have got that kill.
Not a bad effort from Alex, considering the position he was left in. I'm just surprised still that Otto even landed that leg shot. That basically ruined the chances for Alex. And yeah, like you said, I think the AWP must have ended up dropping down, sadly. So it is going to be Movistar struggling to get rounds on the board. Eastor's been able to buy an AWP ahead of this round, so that's something to work with. But currently, he's only got 3 kills on the board. He's not really been able to get too much done in terms of the battles at mid, but Alex just keeps on rattling off those shots. This nade might be his death sentence. Not quite. He's alive on 11 health on the right side of window. If Alex gets away with his life here, I will be impressed, and it looks like he will. So good stuff, getting away safely and trading basically even damage with Letney.
Yeah, not too bad, but considering they are, of course, outmatched in terms of the weapons, it's not ideal. Okay, Mopo's over towards B. As I was speaking, somehow manages to get Emmy. It looked like he actually pushed up quite aggressively in the apartments on his own there, so bit of a risky play, considering they also have one player tagged up. That could be dangerous, but Esperanto just creeps out ramp, spots the op there on the A-bomb site, and has a free kill for himself. But the Deagles could definitely still do some damage here. Steel picking up another above that smoke, and with the help of Lowell, they are actually able to bring it down to a 2-on-2 here. Oh, nearly catching ships as well. Does some decent damage. The AK perfectly on him with the crosshair. And through the smoke manages to find the spam, despite that initial aim punch.
Ooh, Esperanto also taking damage. He hasn't got the bomb back, but he might just get the kills. Sprays them both. Mopos tries to push through the smoke on the timing, but doesn't get it to go his way. Esperanto just about holds it off. That was very, very scary for c0ntact, though. Very, very questionable across the board in that round. I feel like Ship should have seen the player on short over the smoke, but he didn't pull the trigger. Esperanto was forced to clutch. Just about gets the clutch to go his way, like I was saying. But now Movistar Riders have got the full buy back on board.
Yeah, that was way too close there for Esperanto, even though he meant to pick the bomb up, and I think as he started getting shot, I kind of just about missed it. Oh, Otto catches that aggression from Mopos. He was trying to just sprint straight in, not even hold the angle, just he wanted to run straight deep in the palace. And Emmy right now, I was going to say, doesn't really need to continue on with that aggression, but goes for it anyway. Probably wouldn't have been too much of a change. There also was the op pushing up behind them as well. Lowell lines them up on the bomb site. What the hell is that? How does he manage to come out with 3 kills from that position?
Wow, that is huge. Otto might get this spam through. He doesn't need one shot. Yeah, Lowell's just reloaded. Okay, finally Otto gets him. Maybe off the back of the sound cue. But he's got 2 more players to find after Lowell has done everything for his team to win this round. Otto might be able to deny it, though. He's not comfortable planting the bomb. He's not entirely sure where the players are positioned. He goes back into under Palace, trying to play the time, perhaps, and Movistar might be a little worried here. There's a chance that Otto could have maybe snuck back through Palace, depending on how the timings have worked. And you can see here that Alex is now not focused on the A site. He's looking behind him. So there's a chance that Otto could get away with this, but he's got to expect this position from ramp. Eastor isn't looking the right direction. This is all a timing game. 30 seconds for Otto. Can he get the right read here? He's looking at ramp. He's taking the fight, but Eastor somehow gets away safely. Otto continues to try and close the distance, continues to pre-fire, but Eastor holds it down from ramp. That could have worked out for Otto, but the timing not quite right for him. Nice try on the round, but Lowell somehow stopping them on the A site. He was the real standout in that one.
That was mad. He got the first kill above Palace and then just like bounced down the ladder and just lined them up with the spray. Just locked it down and then even managed to waste another like 5+ seconds on top of that afterwards by just hiding in the smoke. So a great round from Lowell. A good opportunity for Movistar to maybe start bringing back a little bit. If they can pull this to 6 rounds, pull this up to 6 rounds on the CT side, then I think that's still a half that they could recover from. Right now though, c0ntact looking like they just want to rush B, and it's only going to be Mopos to try and hold it down. Fortunately, they get that top mid player quickly, so they can begin to rotate in through short, but they needed Mopos to find at least 1 kill from that position.
That is not ideal. 3 players retaking from short, but they're all smoked off on the CT side, so that's not the best case scenario for them. Eastor, though, has got a kill from behind that smoke, I believe, or I don't even know where he is, but he's got a kill. That's the main thing. And now c0ntact trying to lock this down with the 3 remaining players. Eastor was boosted up over the top. That's how he got that shot to land. But as the retake continues, Emmy has got the lineup on lockdown. Lowell eventually gets him in the back, but there are 2 more players against him, and the time is too far gone. c0ntact are going to get up to double digits here. A 10th round win on the board. Letney would like to upgrade his gun, which he will do as he backs away from the bomb site. Even goes back for the AK. And c0ntact are loving life right now with a 10-3 lead.
Yeah, and looking at the economy, probably an 11-3 lead. We will actually see Lowell drop over, so I think we likely will see them now buy up around that, but it's not going to be a great investment. You can see 3 FAMASs having to come out. They do have 2 M4s. Not the worst buy I've ever seen, but if this one doesn't work out, and unless they're able to save again, then they'll be looking at a similar enough investment in the next round, probably even worse. So, tough spot to be in. They need this one. They need to try and bring it back to at least 5 rounds here on the CT side. Otherwise, I feel like we definitely will be heading on to Train at that point, which I said, in general, hasn't been an amazing map, though, for c0ntact. So, I still think we could have a series that could go to Movistar, but especially if we see c0ntact finish this one as convincingly as it's been so far, then I don't count them out of Train. I think they could still fight into it.
We've got some interesting positions here. Esperanto's in Kitchen. Steel on the CT side is in T spawn, but I think it's Esperanto's position on the flank that's going to be the one that comes into play first. Oh, he might line up 2 here, depending on the timing. Mopples has just crossed on the right side, but he spots them both. Esperanto, quick kill onto the first man. Not gonna get the spray on the second, though. The positioning a bit awkward for him. Z-Store tries to close the distance. USP out. That's not gonna work out for him. And Lowell seems aware there could be a player in connector, but he's caught by Ships. He pulls away just at the wrong moment. Movistar Riders, unfortunately, get dealt with on the backstab. The flank from Esperanto, too strong in this round. Steel is stuck saving.
Yeah, I mean, you said Steel had that flank coming through the spawn, but his teammates, they weren't able to get enough done to actually let him get into position in time. And I don't even think he's going to be able to save now either, because Ships is holding for that push back through the apartments. So really the only option is for him to stick in the apartments right now if he wants to try and save. And considering they're going into the final round and a half, c0ntact really aren't afraid to hunt. Okay, Ship's going to go forward. I thought maybe we'd see c0ntact push through the apartments and just kind of pincer in on him. But I guess not wanting to lose too many players, the other 2 just going out through Kitchen, ensuring they keep these 2 weapons over. It maybe could have impacted their buy in this next round, to be fair, if they were to lose everyone, especially, because Emmy needs a drop, as you can see. But yeah, 11 on the board for c0ntact. Movistar Riders, their optimal CT side right now being 4 rounds. It's not a spot you want to be in. And as I said, this buy, on paper, weaker than that previous one. Thankfully, saving a little bit does help them out.
Yeah, and this is a real turnaround for c0ntact in terms of their play on Mirage. I think that the big difference here is the 3 big fraggers that you'd want on the c0ntact side have all stepped up. Esperanto and Otto are kind of the obvious star players. They have been on this team for a while, but Ships is someone they brought in to be another skilled player. He's also got 14 kills on the board, and Esperanto is showing no signs of slowing down. 16th kill for him on this half as he enters the A site. Alex, in an awkward fight against Emmy, finally gets the frag he was looking for. Ships might push off the back of this. Another shot lands, this time from Otto through the smoke, but c0ntact are a man down here in this 3v4. Oh, dear.
Yeah, I was going to say it looked like maybe Mopos could have been taken out there, because with the MP9, if that player actually had a rifle in his hand, he would have been in a good spot for the kill. But Mopos, looking for more, somehow gets the second. And this round is just sunk completely. It's Ships on his own towards Connector. Okay, lines up 2 of them. Somehow brought this into a 1-on-2. The flash goes out, blinds up Mopos. Does manage to actually at this point run the time down considerably low, but takes the peek in.
Oh no.
But as you can see, Lowell was too far away. He was the only man with the kiss, so they don't have time. He manages to win out the 1v4 for them and allow for Movistar to have a 12-3 lead at the halftime. I don't have faith in Movistar making the comeback here on Mirage, if I'm being honest. I think Train is pretty much confirmed at this point.
Yeah, Ship steals it away at the end. That has got to really be difficult to deal with if you're a Movistar Riders fan. But we'll see if they can come back in the second half after the break.
into your eyes, I see the colors of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We got two hearts that beat in time, and the towers looking down all night, blocking out the sun that we need. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise. Into my past and I count the numbers of the dreams that I left behind. I don't even care now that I've discovered a new kind of peace of mind. Up above us, looking down on us, there's an angel I know. We don't need to worry or discuss much. It's time for me to hit the road. Take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise.
c0ntact coming back here on Mirage with a big win from their first half, and now they don't need to do much more to close this one out. As we get into the pistol round though, Movistar Riders have got 3 sets of nades, so maybe they've got something special up their sleeve here, Dean.
You hope so, because they definitely need it. They need to get off to a really good starter on the T side. They need that pistol, they need the opening gun round, and they just need to get a run and start before they even potentially drop one round. Otherwise, it's probably over. Mopoz right now is actually taking the eco for himself. He hasn't bought up, decided against the Kevlar, just playing with the Glock itself, and I guess that's because he's trying to sell out a bit of a fake on B. Showing the initial contact as a second player, then following it up, and with that, they have actually pulled rotations away. The A retake being played, they're just letting me in the back of the CT spawn, rather, willing to concede the bomb plant. But now, of course, with Movistar beginning to push in to try and take that control, they're going to find multiple contact players ready.
Ooh, 1 kill for Eastor with the P250, but he has to back away because he's taken a ton of damage there. Otto is also flanking through mid, and oh no, there's a player about to be caught. Steel somehow wins that fight, and now Alex on the bomb site with the P250 is trying to get away with some kills here. The bomb's been tapped, so he's got to swing out and have a look at that, and he goes down. It's Steel in the back lines to get 1 kill. Ships doesn't have the kit though, so as he taps the bomb, there's no time left for him here. He's got to play for the frag. It's not going to happen. Steel has done enough. Eventually, Ships gets the kill, but I think he's dead to the bomb. Indeed he is. Everyone dies in this pistol round, but Movistar Riders are the ones who get the round win.
And give themselves a lifeline with that now. As I said, if they can keep this up, if they can ensure that they don't fall to the force buy that has come in now from Contact, then they have an opportunity to start actually building up a few rounds. And with that, potentially some confidence and momentum, because they'd definitely be feeling a little bit down after how that first half went. A Scout Dope, 3 Deagles, and an MP9. That's what we see actually coming in from the CTs. And we see Movistar Riders themselves taking quite a safe buy. Not going to be going for multiple SMGs, instead just a 1 MAC-10, a Galil, and then 3 AKs, because they know that they obviously cannot afford to give this round away.
Definitely not. And Mopoz has just been scouted to the face.
Yeah, that solo push was a bit mad.
Yeah. He's still got 1 back, but Esperanto's here. Uh-oh, this could be dangerous. Esperanto nearly gets the chance for the follow-up, but Alex just about comes away with that kill. The B site currently being pushed, and Otto doesn't really have a clear line of sight with that scout. There's also this flank coming in through spawn, and Movistar Riders are taking their time here, so they've got to be careful with the flank coming in with players around this B site. This isn't the best position for them.
No, certainly not. I mean, Emmy's closed in the distance here and may just about spot that shoulder of Steel. Unfortunately, despite connecting the initial shot and then following up during the fight itself, he's still not able to get himself the kill. So we'll actually go back in favor of Movistar Riders. And considering they have the bomb down as well at this point, I don't know if c0ntact really want to go for this one. They could be considering the save. Wait until see if the scout can maybe pick someone off. Of course, Lightning also coming in on that flank will actually get the chance to pounce on Lowell. And now both of these final players being tagged up fairly considerably. It's all on Steel on that bomb site. But the bomb, unfortunately, already taken away. So they've made it very costly, but again, they don't have a chance to win the round itself. And Steel, he's definitely going down here to this bomb, obviously. Letney just about makes it away, so he should be able to run back in and get the AK. It was actually Otto who got it.
Oh. Yeah, okay, Otto got one. There was the other AK on the site. Letney couldn't get there in time. But yeah, that's pretty nice for c0ntact. All things considered, quite a few kills on the round. Movistar forced to fully reinvest. Now,
they had 3 AKs and a Galil.
Yeah.
That's the issue when you play those rounds, when you try and play them safer by going straight for rifles. If you end up taking the damage anyway, then it just costs you some.
And it's not like this will be a very easy round either. They're up against the AK, and Otto is using that AK at mid, tapping them down.
Oh my God.
How does he get away with 3 kills there? Otto absolutely annihilates them, and this has gone horribly wrong for Movistar. Oh no.
It's gotten worse. Honestly, it looked like he almost had the 4th kill there on Easter as well. He was tapping still patiently. Easter was like, I am not repeating this anymore. And it's not like it's left him in any better of a spot. He's still in a 1-on-5 now. He's looking to try and approach over towards A. You have Letney having a Galil as well, so that's the other weapon that they have in play, obviously having snatched that away just a moment ago. So he is a good spot to at least try and deal out some damage. Even if he goes down without getting the kill, if he can connect a couple bullets, or even if he can spot it relatively early and allow his teammates to start moving in, then they're pretty much going to be closing that out easily. But yeah, Letney just gets the kill anyway. I was going to say he didn't really need to fight at that point. Could have just let him try and move out. But considering they had a 5-on-1, it wasn't too big of a deal. But yeah, I mean, that is a round that Movistar Riders just couldn't afford to have to happen. And looking at everyone, they're on the double eco. The most money they have is 1,500 on Steel, so they're definitely buying into this round. But if the force buy doesn't work, then it's 14-5, and then you have to decide, do we eco and try and play for overtime, or do we just buy again?
Yeah, that's just an absolute killer for Movistar Riders, effectively. Unless they can win on this force buy, like you were saying. But even the force buy, most players don't even have armor here. They've had to buy some nades and some deags. So this could just be the game over if we're not careful. Esperanto really didn't need to make that play off the back of the smoke, but he gets away with the kill. Mopos has snuck into connector, though. That's something that c0ntact need to be aware of. And I'm not sure if they're fully aware of that fact here. Esperanto playing it safe, having a look, clearing the corners, and he gets the kill from behind. In the meantime, by the way, all the kills came through. We didn't get to see any of that because we were looking at Esperanto the entire time. But it is a clean up round for c0ntact. And at this point in the game, Movistar Riders really don't have much to work with. Yeah, again, they've made that tough call to go for the force here, Dean, but I don't think they're too happy about it.
Nah, definitely not. At this point, their focus certainly on towards Train, which, as I said on paper, it definitely should be their map. c0ntact, sure, they play it, they're willing to play it, but so far, at least in the past few months, haven't had any successful results on it. Only dropping it a few days back against Copenhagen Flames, 16-3. So it's certainly still going to be a competitive one, but right now, c0ntact, they should have Mirage for themselves. The Pistols, though, moving forward, they've done some damage, and SMG and Mopo is managing to step up. I was going to say they do have themselves a bit of an advantage in terms of the manpower, but that quickly is shut up by Emmy as he finds a double. Bomb may be planted, but both of these remaining players have also just taken so much damage.
He still gets away from the molly on 6 points of health. Mopos dealt with in the meantime. Great flick back from Emmy. He gets a quad kill on the round. c0ntact Gaming get their 15th round win on the board. And yeah, talking about that train, c0ntact have, like you said, they've played it 3 times in the last 3 months. They've lost all of them, and their closest loss was a 16-9 loss. So even though they've looked very good here on Mirage, we still need to see how they perform on Train. We also still need to see them close out Mirage, because technically it's not over until it's over, Dean. But I think we all know which way this one's going, more than likely.
Yeah, technically it's not over yet, but
I know.
Most likely it probably is going to be, because we see obviously the buy is a little bit better than it was in those last couple of rounds, but even then 10 in a row, even if we have Movistar Riders start fighting back in now, they have such a long road ahead of them as they just go straight up for the A-rush. It's actually Steel who finds a couple of openings, the only man trading back for contact being Otto on the up, and with the smokes down now, they should be locked out of that bomb site. So indeed, bomb goes down, a good opportunity now for Movistar Riders on this after plant to try and play for it. And they don't even want to just stick around. Instead, trying to get aggressive. And it seems like it may actually backfire.
How does Otto get that kill? Ships clears the corner, and Steel unable to spray them down. Contact come away with the round win and the map win. 16-5 in the end. Even when it looked like Movistar had some success there on the A-Rush, this map just nothing went right for them. And hopefully for their sake, Train goes a bit better for them. Still one map left to decide this series.